We have a province in Japan now, and have declared a war, another war in West Africa. Okay, we just finished another battle. After this war, I'm hoping that there will only be two powers left in this area. And that is going to be Air and Mali, who are allied to each other, so we can hopefully take them both down in the same war. Of course, we might not be able to annex all of both of them in one war. Definitely not on Mali's part. And it looks like these guys are coming up here, my guess. These guys are on their way to Sus still, and it's super annoying to move them back down, but it has to be done. Lega is self-sustaining. So we've only really got one colony left that we are working on at a time. And that's only moving up in here, colonizing the last 3 that are available. Other than that, Greenland and something in I don't know if you'd call this Siberia, but along the Russian Pacific coast. We have 53 papal influence. We'll take more mercantilism. Currently at 80%. How much do we get every year? 15.5. Do I get more from conversions? I'm not even sure. Could take tech, but I'm not going to. If I did... Okay, it's already been taken, so I wouldn't gain innovativeness from doing it. Renew influence nation with the papal state. No, I don't need to do that. Fulani and Songhai separatist. Trarza. Okay, I can move through Mali, so... And Karabara. How many in each? 19 for Songhai. We'll see if we can... Actually, I'm going to harsh treat the Fulani separatists, I think. Just so that I can not have to deal with them at, while these troops that are heading there are low on numbers. Alright. Well, mostly give me everything they have. Nope, not yet. Fairly close. A few months being fully occupied might change their mind, so... Britain has the end of the English Civil War. I do have an extra colonist right now. We have one of them sitting in Lisbon, seeing if we can increase our development there. Tempted to send the other one to Porto. Maybe Tangiers. Now I'm gonna go with Porto. Massena is converted. Keep moving along. Come on, give me all of your land and all of your money. You know you want to. And also revoke cores on a bunch of stuff. Trars is converted, so it will be the last province I needed, or I need aside from Gabu, to have every single province in the Ivory Coast node. So I control all of colonial Brazil right now, right? That matches with that. Yeah. And I do have... a significant number of Diplo and admin points right now. So let's establish holy orders. Anywhere they produce... Oh, I made those Jesuits, I forgot. Alright, everything else probably also going to get... Dominicans. Tropical wood, tobacco, and cocoa all make sense for Dominicans. What is the current price of coffee? Does it even say? Still, I think the Dominicans are the way to go. Alright. And still can't take that event. Or that mission. The established Jesuit missions. 7 states in colonial Brazil owned by you or your non-tributary subjects have an assigned holy order. I mean, I don't know what to think about that, but I would be curious to find out if there was a bug. I can finally curtail the burgers. Oh, I lose base tax and production in Lisbon. And stability? That's fucked up. 3 stability. Alright. I'm going to bump up the production and tax in Lisbon again. Twice each. Burgers curtailed. The Emperor is back in control. Let's grant them new world charters. No, we don't need to do that anymore. Alright, still... Seek the support of the clergy. Recruit an inquisitor. Send an emissary to the Pope and demand admin. Alright, do you guys want to give up all of your stuff now? If I didn't require you to give up cores, you guys would probably accept. No, you wouldn't. Nope. Getting to the point now where it's annoying that they're even wanting to stay on this, so they lose all their cores too. No more negotiations. Demands for representation. I'll take the unrest. There we go. Won the siege of Kano. Kano's now fully occupied. Let's go get Iola as well. Turn to separatists. Only about 19% overextension. So start coring all of it. Oh yeah, you guys are probably going for where I'm about to build forts, because that would be the that would be the thing that inconvenienced me the most. Cape Coast. Dawa's producing slaves. Mali's going to come down and try to deal with these guys, but I'm going to beat them to it. They're going to head up the Ivory Coast. Segu's converted. Eventually they'd get up to Fuda Jalon, and I would catch them, because no, they'd probably move through the fort just because that's how that would work, for no other reason than they're rebels and would get confused about how things worked. I mean, aside from the rebel part, that's not much different from me, so the whole getting confused part is what I mean. They were actually coming back. So we'll send these guys there, and then send them up there. Or no, Karabara. We'll make them give up their claims, their cores as well. Songhines are at 80%. I'm just gonna go straight for their capital if I can. And it looks like there are two provinces that I could have gone to from Mandara. Alright, we lost one of our generals, or maybe the admiral that we had? No, it was a general. Alright, we've been rolling pretty well on the last couple generals so far. And we've only got 20 military tradition, army tradition. Let's turn force march off while we siege. Don't see a reason to keep it on. Ready to get out, Kano? No? Alright. And I suppose once Yao is fully occupied, they won't have a choice. Songhai Separatists are at 90%. Saw's been converted. And these will be the last few provinces that we need to occupy and or siege, I think, unless there's a hidden fort over here. This war should be over pretty quick. Terminus is converted. Oh, really? Wow. They went up through the Fazani corridor, I guess? Okay. Well, we have armies to deal with them. Still no. Many interests of Felipe I, our emperor, has grown increasingly interested with the higher intellectual pursuits and can spend days talking to the learned men of our court. He has started inviting scholars from near and far to help him better understand how the world and the people in it functioned. The way things are developing, Felipe I himself could probably become an authority in his own right if he could spend enough time and resources on the areas of his choice. Physical world around us, a ruler must understand the laws of God and man. Our ruler's like 60-something. He's 69. He's not going to be around for that much longer. He's also a general. Go with the laws of God and men. They got walls breached. A rising star. Throughout his career, Marco de Sa has left a strong impression on everyone he has met on or worked with, from his time as a promising student to his rise to positions of increasing responsibility. He has consistently done well and found new solutions to whatever problems he has faced. It is clear, however, that for someone of his background, both as a commoner and as a fetishist, he has now reached about as high as he can come. It would raise quite a few eyebrows to have a man, no matter how talented, assume the highest offices of the state with such a background. Take him, but I don't know if I'll use him. Alright, let's hope we get to that fort before... Actually, I'm willing to do something. No, I'm not going to turn the edict on just for this. It'll be fine. Even if they take the fort, it'll be annoying, but... nothing's going to change. We're still going to win this war. We're going to win that fight, too. Might as well ask for it all again. So they won both the Siege of Kef and the Siege of Togur. Oh, you better run. Take prestige from land battles, from offensive. Bringing them around. Still no? Okay. Wait a couple months, I guess. Where will he go? He's staying right there. Oh, the fort protects him. Nice. Lost a claim on Waichao. My Emperor, the untrustworthy scum of Malacca have sent us an insult. When the account of our time is written by future generations, they will look at you with that mix of pity and disgust called compassion. Okay, we'll wait for them to get locked, and then we will circle back around. Seriously, guy? Seriously. You are making it very difficult for me to conquer you. And not even difficult in the traditional sense. Difficult as in annoying. How's Kaffa looking? They ready to become a PU under me yet? I did claim their throne. I could declare war against them. I might. I'm not exactly sure yet. Who are they allied with? The Congo? Right, we knew that already. Okay, that's converted. Alright, Kano will take that piece now. And turn force march off there. And now we have some separatists to deal with? No? Oh, there's some Kano in here, isn't there? Or maybe? Oh no, that's Yao. Okay. I was thinking that was like Kano unit. Alright, their army's gone. Mossy separatists. Right, we have our 3 forts on the coast finished. I'm going to have these guys sit in Noop and Zazao. Shipping standards. Or slipping standards. Our use of naval fighting instruction has allowed us to put up fearsome blockades. Oh, blockade efficiency. I thought that's a trade efficiency. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Start. Oh no. I need 2 core stuff first. They had already accepted full annexation. Works for me. We're only at 54 overextension, or 58.4 overextension, despite having us just taken 3 whole nations in Africa. And before I go ahead and declare a war on Kaffa and by extension Congo, I am going to invest some diplomacy points here and then build another star fort. Alright, I'd say that those wars went pretty well. Still 2 years ahead of time on admin and diplotech. Burgers gain influence. Checking how long it would be before I can get Diplo support from the burgers again. Still like 9 years. Didn't it just say Sweden had the DAC War, and that's why this DAC War ended because Sweden ceased to be? Or no? I guess they only have one province left. How did Sapmi get this huge? They don't even exist at the start of the game, do they? Do they? Can't remember anymore. Continue to fill up our provinces with a bunch of trade modifiers. I will allow military access. Wait, so Biapis is at war with Russia. Maybe now is the opportune time to attack the Timurids over Mogostan. I have no desire to take Mogostan, even though they do have spices there. I'm going to upgrade the to a star fort in Muscat. Because eventually we will be fighting the Ottomans. Who's Kazembe allied with? Melindi and Sakalava? Maybe I should go after them first, before I go after... Oh, okay, because... Wait, hold on. Melindi. It's allied to... Oh, Melindi... Oh, no, that's... What happened here? What kind of war is this? Defender against Russia in the Russian-Timurid Imperialist War. So yeah, Russia declared war on the Timurids and called the Ottomans in. The Timurids are allied with Biapis. And I'm guessing Bengal... No, I was going to say they're... Bengal... They have a... the Timurids have a royal marriage with Bengal, but not an alliance, and also no truce, so Bengal didn't just break an alliance. If the Timurids or Biapis start making any headway into the Ottomans, I need to declare a war on the Ottomans. If I declared a war on the Ottomans right now, Russia would break their alliance. I could call Austria in on this as well. Invalid letter of marque. Privateering is always a difficult diplomatic issue, especially when no open war is conducted, and the distinction between an enemy who must be subject to certain rules of war and a lawless pirate is not always clear-cut. Even less so in the case of a recently captured vessel, which has displayed a letter of marque issued by a colonial governor with dubious authority. While this supposed privateer looks like a simple pirate to us, accepting the letter as valid may allow us to maintain better diplomacy with his masters. Argentina's opinion of me goes down, or I lose prestige and it goes up. It's a colonial nation, I don't care. Hey Spain, that debt you have? Oh, I can't do it with another great power apparently. Alright. That makes no sense, but whatever. What was I going to do with a bunch of the money that I was getting? I was going to do something with it. Oh yeah, I was going to build a fort down here? Or there's already a fort being built. Upgrade the one in Muscat. Am I forgetting something? I know I'm forgetting something. I mean, if ever there was a time to strike at the Ottomans, it would be now, right? Spain is 3,000 in debt and fighting in another war. Austria would come in. Austria is also in debt. Is Austria a great power? They are, so I couldn't have paid them off either. Alright, so... Is now the time for a war with the Ottomans. Russia's busy, they'd break their alliance, like that would break the alliance with the Ottomans. Who else were the Ottomans allied with? Mara and Malindi. We have a force for Malindi to take care of them. Oh, this is dumb. This is really dumb. We have a lot of different wars on that we could declare on the Ottomans, but I'm going with imperialism. Yes, call the Austrians in. It's a distant war for everyone. The Papal State, for some odd reason, likes the Ottomans and would not respond. Imperialism, take Constantinople is the war goal. Who else is Malindi allied with? Kazambe, right? Oh, France took... Awesome. I should have declared a war on Adrian sooner. Alright, anyway, war with the Ottomans. They do have a lot of galleys. We did break up the Russian alliance, though. I need to move some troops back up here so that we can just go down through Tunis. I'm going to move these guys to Bizerte. Actually, force march them to Bizerte. Go a roundabout way so that we don't suffer any attrition while they move through the same places. Which one is this? So these guys need to come up to Malindi. Don't feel like I can spare those troops. I'm thinking about bringing these guys out back home. But that would take forever. So difficult. What's our force limit? 384 out of 413. So I'm actually going to build a couple of reinforcement groups. And now we're low on manpower. I will deal with this war that I've so haphazardly declared in the next episode. But we did, if nothing else, Russia and the Ottomans don't have an unholy alliance anymore, which I will consider a win in and of itself.